Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode. So you're watching for the first time. My name is Sophian and welcome to Reads the Stories. So you can see I'm here in this famous monument over here called Bom Jesus in Braga, and it's a beautiful day and I'm so glad I made it here. So you probably be wondering what's been happening in the last few weeks here. I know I've been quiet, but I've been busy with some events and also I have some family visiting. So what I intend to do is I'll share you more in the voiceover in a bit. And Madeira is still happening, but of course there's been some challenges, but I'll tell you more in a bit. So without further ado, let's head to Madeira.
I was planning to do a vlog in Madeira in the month of May. However, some challenges were presented. My family was visiting Portugal for the first time and we planned this visit earlier in the year. The initial plan to collect the keys was supposed to be in mid-June, but because my family's visit, we had to do the transaction in May. Things didn't go according to plan despite our best efforts. The transaction couldn't be done initially due to taxes the previous owner had owed. That took a week to settle the tax dispute. Then, Storm Oscar arrived, which I was told was rather unusual for the summer. My flight was cancelled and I panicked as my family was arriving the following day. I managed to purchase the last flight to Porto. I just needed to get back to mainland Portugal as soon as possible. I spent the night at Porto Airport, then took a bus down to Lisbon the following morning. I met my family and had to get back to Madeira to settle the transaction. The transaction was finally made in early June and the previous owner settled his tax dispute. My family spent a week in Portugal, then we went on a holiday in Scotland. After all that madness, it was nice to take a break in Scotland. We spent most of our time in the Scottish borders and in the Isle of Skye. In Lisbon, I have been doing my usual supper club events including Mercado de Chefs. Here's us getting some news coverage for our event. It was nice to see local television support and the publicity will give us more recognition to do more market events in the future. Okay, it is time to head back to the new house in Madeira. I'm excited to give you a tour.
Oh my gosh guys, this is it. Got the keys to the house. I'm going in to check in for the first time. It's summer here now, so the grass is overgrown. Hey guys, welcome to the humble abode. It's it's a lot to take in actually for the first visit. I realized that the ceilings are quite low too, and everything seems kind of overwhelming. For the first impression, there's a lot to do. But at the moment, I'm not too sure where to start. But there's a lot of things going in my mind. But look at this. I just want to show this to you. got something blast from the past, and this is what I remember in the, in the old days in the 70s and 80s. This was a fashion thing, and so get this, we've got we got this old TV over here. Yeah, fairly funkin'. So I need to check out how much it's going to cost in the on eBay or something like that. But that's something worth checking out. So welcome to this humble abode, and there's a lot of things to be done. First thing, that's mold. Need to add. I'm opening out the windows and doors to air it out, so that it won't be so humid over here. And this room is going to be transformed. The tiles are going to be taken out. We're going to probably put cement or something like that. Still deciding. First thing, we need to find an architect. Okay, so this is the dining space over here. Of course, it's going to be changed and painted. All this popcorn walls over here, or we call it rockstone in Singapore, it's going to be changed too, because this is something I remember that my mom and dad would have. It was a very fashionable thing in the 80s, but not now anymore. Lots of cobwebs in this house. So lots of cleaning materials to buy in the next few days. And I probably might even try to sell some of these items or give away some of the items because they are so retro and so old. I'm not too sure what to do with it. But there's some interesting finds too. And the wall is quite, it's quite short. So needs to think about how to raise a little bit. And this is the landing space. There's a little bar over here, which I find was interesting, but I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this, but probably might give away. And I like this little trinket over here. It says New York City. You can see. So let's see if I can get it to work in the next few days or something like that, or maybe next trip. So the landing space over here, there's a lot to do. So a lot of dust and cobwebs, but it's not too bad. It's a lot of work, but it's not the end of the world. So low ceilings and I might have to think about if it's possible to raise or even bring this down, so it can maybe it can be one whole big dining and kitchen space. So come over here to the kitchen. It's first time get to see the kitchen in this bright summer light. Actually, interestingly, the first time I'm here in Madeira in summer. But what I found are these Coca-Cola limited edition glasses. And this is always something that's fashionable, was fashionable in the 70s and 80s. All these colored, glass mugs, which I can also find them in Thailand. And we've got some of these old cups and saucers over here. A little plate for your olives and canapes. Lots of fake plants over here, which I'm probably going to throw away and replace with real plants. The kitchen definitely needs a lot of work. It's going to be, I guess I will decide whether I want to make it a use gas stove or induction. So that's something to debate, to think about the next few days, especially if I get to find an architect for it. I got some of this retro looking plates, which I quite like, and this is something from the 70s. And basically we had to cut down the whole kitchen. It's really, I'd like to try to save some things, but from the looks of it, it's just not possible with all the humidity and the mold, and it's just dated. And first time I managed to go and see this toilet over here. I mean, look at this. That's like stepping back in time. It's very 70s. It's got a nice little bathtub space, so maybe I might convert that to a shower instead. And of course, update everything. Maybe if possible, might want to bring down the flooring or something like that, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's go back down here. And we have a little oven, traditional oven over here, which I think I want to keep it. Just not too sure what exactly to use. Yeah. Whether we're going to use it as a bread oven or pizza oven. But yeah, that's something to think about the next few months or so. And the classic Lipton iced tea clock. I do want to keep this only because it's just retro and it's something really classic. And this is something I remember as a kid, growing up, when Lipton first launched its iced tea, it was so popular. And from iced tea it became peach iced tea and so on, and all the other different variations. So this is something of a memory for me. So let's go upstairs. I'm going to show you the upstairs, all the other rooms are upstairs. So this is the main bedroom, well, one of the bedrooms that faces the entrance. I think this was used when the previous owners were living here. But I think we might consider doing this as convert this to a living room. Only because the door, faces the road. I think that kind of makes sense. But I think there's something to debate on in the next few months with the architect. So as you can see, it's really old looking, and we need to get rid of furniture and rip off the carpets and all these little trinkets over here. Like, we might have to move them somewhere or throw them away, dispose them away. So and then you got those really retro looking light switches, which I really like about it. But this has to go because it's either you have retro or modern, you cannot have both. I like this little doorway arch, very retro looking. And this is a little hallway. There you go. This is very chintz, but yeah, it's kind of cute. So as you can see on this floor, the ceilings are a lot higher and raised. And it also makes the house a lot cooler. So that's why I hope maybe we can raise up the ground floor and make it a bit taller, a bit higher, so it's a bit cooler, and so also keep up with the 21st century, because we are much taller humans now. So this is the other bedroom. It's got a built-in wardrobe over here and another bed, which possibly could be a guest bedroom or something like that. I'm still thinking about all the ideas. So basically all the ideas I had before getting the keys to this place, might have to reconfigure just a little bit just to make sure that, we get it right. And the views for this room is amazing. And then also we got more plastic flowers, maybe my mom might appreciate it, but not me. Okay, and then we got the landing space. So this could possibly be my little office space. So that's my thought. But so still a lot of things to debate. I guess it was used as a living room back then because of the TV over here. There must be a little couch, and then so this is where the previous owner used to watch TV. But this is a potential, especially to have a little office space, or little landing spaces to relax. And then we got some of this retro paintings from the previous owner. And next there's this little space. It's first time I managed to get, well, not the first time, but yeah. So this is the toilet, the master's ensuite toilet. Yeah, it's quite a nice little space, sizable space. But obviously you're going to have to update to the 21st century. I don't think, yeah, I want to have a maroon toilet seat or maroon theme kind of toilet. Oh yeah, especially with the crane over here. I don't think I'm going to have this. Yeah. But maybe what we might do is get a shower instead of bathtubs. Yeah. And this room over here is the master bedroom. Yeah. I kind of like the space. I do like the space of this room. It's sizable. It's big enough, and and one of the things I'm looking forward in the next few months, especially if they can get one room fixed done firstly. Hopefully it will be this room. And what I like to do is I'm looking forward to the day where I can wake up and watch the view of the ocean from here. It's amazing. So. Okay, so the funny thing about this landing space is that it connects to the garage. So I'll take you inside. So this is the garage space. It looks big enough to put maybe even two small cars or one large car. And you have a space to have a little workshop space or little storage space. Yeah, as usual, there's more here, lots of cobwebs which we need to get done. And definitely lots to do. But I do like the space. It's very spacious. So looking forward to the possibilities. So this could possibly be an annex, self-contained annex where you have a little pantry, a bed, living space. Yeah, it's got real potential with it. So so this is just the house, and let's go to the garden space. So now we are at the outdoor space. So I don't think I've shown you guys this a little bit. So come and see over here. So that's the door entrance over there. And then as you open up the door, you walk in, and then you got the living room space here, the dining space on the ground floor, the landing space, and the kitchen on that side. So so as you can see, it needs a lot of work. I haven't been here for about 2 to 3 months, so I'm shocked. I was in a state of slight shock when I came here and saw the overgrown grass, and this needs a lot of work to be done. This bit, I find it a bit unnecessary. I'm not too sure why, but maybe it was a fashion thing back then. In my mind, I was thinking like you can put beer wine bottles over here, but obviously you would not do that. This is definitely going to go down. So come on this side. So we got a barbecue space over here. There's lots of things to think about, especially how to flatten the space and make it, get a good space enough to put a big dining table and some chairs and nice outdoor space and with some shade too. So it's something to think about. And we have of course we have the garden space over here, which requires a lot of work. Like I said, I was in a slight shock to see how all the grass have grown so fast and all the weed are appearing. But it's looking pretty alright. So I have to go to the DIY store, Leroy Merlin, maybe tomorrow, and get some supplies and start to clean up the place. I think I'm not so sure. I think I have something in mind where you want to start off first with the DIY work. Obviously, the first thing we need to get everything clean up, and then need to go Leroy Merlin and get all the supplies. Next, is to clear up the garden space. Not flatten the space, but clear all the weed. Make sure that it's clean enough and not a fire hazard for the future. And that's a lot to be done, but good stuff. So guys, thanks very much for watching this week's episode. It's a lot to take in for me, but it's all good. It's getting there bit by bit. I just have to write down and then put a list of shopping items to purchase. But we're going to get there bit by bit. So don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the bell. And I'll see you guys again soon. And take care, and see you in the next episode. Ciao, ciao.